Welcome back. I'm the Watch Nerd. I want to jump right into it. I went to two Rolex stores yesterday. I saw what they had 2021 stock of Rolex for the new year, and I'll be sharing my experience with you. If you want to win the Chanel chain giveaway, there is the 4 steps in the description below.
Starting ourselves off, there is a factory diamond, a Yachtmaster, and then we have a ladies Datejust with this one is factory diamonds. Of course, the rose gold Yachtmaster is one of my favorite. It is beautiful with that black bezel and just the contrast with the rose. It's unbelievable. One of my favorite picks of this store. There was not a lot of sport models, as you'll see. Then we move to Cellini. There's not much here either. But I always like showing Cellini because it's always there in a Rolex store. I think every Cellini's there, but I don't hear anybody talking about them ever, and they're always available. So I not even know the pre-owned market on Cellini's. I never see them ever. But if you do know, I'd love to hear. Are they hot? I don't think so as much. Now, coming to the shelf here, we see a lot of two-tone ladies steel. There was no men's steel. Then there's a few more Cellini down there too. This is their sports model. Now, the sports model, there used to be a factory diamond Daytona. I come every week just to see what they have in stock. But as you can see there, that's the leopard. It is a factory bezel, but it's not, of course, as big as the rainbow or anything. It just comes on that leopard print, and you cannot change the band. Also, then you see a Yachtmaster. I believe that's 37 up in that corner, and it is rose gold. So yeah, they were actually you're to see the brother here in a minute, and the brother wasn't in the case. It was actually there was a customer, and she actually asked my opinion. So I walked over there, and you'll see it was probably the biggest find of the day out of my Rolex looking for the day. But the leopard is, I think they were asking 76,000. It's been there forever, so I don't think it's so hot. It also this particular version, I should say, has the ice outside on the top and the bottom. I'm not a huge fan of this watch. I know that there are movie stars, there are people that really like it. I'm just not a personal fan, but I do see the appeal. It's not a normal Rolex in their traditional sense of the way. Now, then you see also with the ladies, it's all ladies I noticed, and definitely Rolex stores are selling out. There's a more of a demand than there actually are watches. So that's why you see these premiums. So I think there is a high chance that leopard will go up in value. And as I say, it's not my personal taste, but I see how somebody would like that. Also, I noticed even the iced out. There was a Daytona on a leather too sold. So there is a lot of demand for these watches, even though they're getting factory ice, which is extremely expensive and carries a big premium. On the pre-owned market, not so much. Of course, you're going to be paying a little bit more of a premium because it's factory, but it's not as much as the actual retailer would charge you. Now, actually, I got to hear the Daytona. This is on the wrist. The tags are still on. A lady asked me this. She said, "What would you rather prefer, the Daytona or the chocolate dial, as you saw right there, for a split second, Yachtmaster?" Now, I looked at both of them. I personally said Daytona right away. She asked the sales associate before me, and he says, "Well, you're not buying it for me, so why should I say which one I prefer?" And I kind of laughed a little bit. But I did say that I do like this better. And then the Yachtmaster is a beautiful watch, but it carries the same around retail as this watch. This watch is around the 17,000 USD mark. That's what it said on the tag. I think 16.5 too, right around there. It's really gorgeous though. It's a white dial. That's why you're seeing a steel shot. I asked to film, but I didn't want to go overboard. They said yes and everything. They were super nice at the store. They actually offered me water while I was browsing around, and it was extremely nice. This one's in Old Town Scottsdale, Fifth Avenue. This boutique, but it's very beautiful. This white dial two toned. It is around the retail mark, but it is special. Finding it in retail, you more normally see these pre-owned. This is one of the least hot Daytonas, but all Daytonas are extremely hot. I also saw the chocolate dial. It's beautiful with stickers still on, and I think it's fantastic that Yachtmaster. It's special. I do like the chocolate to it, but the Daytona, there's no comparison, especially with white face. I love the white face, and I actually brought up a good point. She says, "Well, which one do you prefer?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. It was a gift for one of her friends." And I said, "This one has a date and the Daytona doesn't." And she really thought, "Wow, it's an extra complication." So I noticed people that don't know Rolex in the traditional way, they actually think that the more complicated or the more it looks, but that special Cyclops makes it more special. I noticed that. I think she went with the chocolate dial Yachtmaster. I didn't stay around. I just asked opinion. She asked me to try on both Rolexes, and she would choose for her friend. And I thought that was kind of fun. But I got to try on both of them, the Yachtmaster and the Daytona. I definitely prefer the Daytona. It's something special with that chronograph, the screw down pushers. It's iconic. You will never really find one at retail, and to actually walk into a boutique with both watches laying out is pretty very special to me. And I think a lot of people would like to see that too. So that's my experience at this one. We're going to go to the next one, and it's going to be a very short period of time at the next one because there was absolutely nothing. There was one uh, mother of pearl Datejust, but it was two toned. They had six mother of pearl Datejust. That's it. That's all they have in 36. For women's, they all had almost every woman's watch, but there was zero men's except for this. And it was kind of funny because the other one had a lot more. But let's go there. I'll show you some footage. So this is all the footage I actually filmed. I'm going to show you right away. As you can see, it's almost every single one a woman's. And then I have one, they had one Datejust mother of pearl. They also said they had five more in the back. So this is all they had right in front of you in men's. And I can see why. If a lot of stores are like this, almost everything is empty. The shelves are empty, everything. I can see why people pay premium now. But I think if you have patience and you wait it out, you can definitely find these watches around retail, especially even Daytonas. If you just wait, you go to your retailer a lot, and it's a patience game. And the problem is that there's a higher demand for Rolex than they actually can produce. So it's what we perceive as value. And I think that's good and bad in some ways. I think it's good that when you buy something, you can enjoy it, like the Daytona, like some sport models. But I also think it's bad because then you're paying sometimes 30% more because you don't want to wait, you just want to enjoy your watch. So I think that's definitely it's a debate in a lot of collectors' minds, but I think it's definitely a beautiful piece. This Datejust, this is definitely what a traditional. If somebody would think about Rolex, they would think about the factory diamonds there in the face. And then you're also getting a two-tone Jubilee. It's a beautiful watch. I definitely would wear it, but it is not a sport model in any way. They are completely out of any stainless steel at 36 or 41, anything, any dial combination, and it's pretty crazy that all these stores are sold out. So that really shows you the premium they carry. This was pretty short because there was not a lot there to offer. Definitely some cool ones were the factory leopard Daytona and then a two-tone. I definitely would choose the two-tone out of everything today, but I do want to just share my experience, what Rolex is looking at 2021. We also just went through Christmas, through the holidays. A lot of people bought watches, so that's probably why it's down. And the second store I actually went to is pretty much brand new. They moved to a new location, so it's pretty crazy that how they're completely sold out of anything steel, not even just sport models, but like OPs now are extremely high, but just Datejust, 36 Datejust. They didn't even have that in stainless steel. The other store didn't either, thinking about it, but they did have a couple two-tone sport models, a factory leather Day-Date, also rose gold too. So that's basically what Rolex stores have now. And the only way to get your hands on even two-tone is hard to get your hands on. They just got it in today, and they're going to sell it. I bet that Daytona is going to sell. So I would love to know your opinions. Do you think that these retailers are just it's impossible and it's the premiums are there to stay? I know it's not impossible, but it definitely takes a lot of work to get a stainless steel watch out of a retailer. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments down below. Also, if you want me to do Omega and Breitling and IWC and tour those stores, I would also like to hear that too. I definitely want to do another one in the future. Maybe this is a monthly series where I go and I show the hottest things that each retailer has. I think that would be fun, but I want to know your opinions. Also, the 4 steps are in the description below. I will be giving a Chanel enamel chain out for free once we hit 1,000 subscribers. And I want to thank you all for watching. I'll definitely catch you in the next one and have a fantastic day.